As a person who was born in a small village and conservative society, definition of success, it's very simple. It's defined as attaining the basic needs in life. What are the basic needs? Uh, Find a job, marry a woman that's will be called housewife all her life, and she can bear as much as kids as she can. More better. Education never been part of it, but if you're educated, then it's better. Uh, Growing up and thinking that I have to wait that 12 years of study and schooling to be finished, then I can find a job and then marriage. Uh, Somehow the idea of it was bothering me because there were so many questions in my head. Who am I? Uh, what I want to be? And is that I'm gonna do gonna make me happy? And so many other questions. And one big question was in my head that when I reach 50, if someone asked me, uh, what are your achievements in life, and will I have an answer for that? But I wasn't brave enough to ask those questions to anyone. Um, by the age of 18, when I finished my school and I went abroad for university, so I realized I can ask more. Uh, it's fine also to ask yourself. It's fine questioning yourself. It's fine to analyze, which is in that society maybe wasn't allowed that much because you've been told somehow that you're limited and you won't be able to answer so many questions. So it's better not to ask. So I thought maybe it's better to just follow the path of everyone, and that's what I did. I studied, and as soon as I finished my bachelor, I went back to UAE, the place where I grew up. I tried to find a job. Like every youngster after the university, I wanted to change the world, but it wasn't that easy. Uh, so I thought let's start from myself first. uh, I tried to find a job. It wasn't that easy, and it took me so long to find a job. After 6 months, almost every week, 5 times a week, interviewing um, or being interviewed, I found a job. What was the job? Putting files in the places. Uh, wasn't that great. It took me only a week to change my job, and then I found another job, which was at the beginning it was full of excitement. A salesperson who can go from one office to another office, from one meeting to another meeting, but that excitement ends soon as well. Uh, I decided that my goal is I'm gonna just get my master degree and be a manager of the company, and that's gonna be my ultimate goal. So I work on it, and I try to find another job which is that can pay the university bills. This was so expensive. So what happened is, luckily I found a job, and I started my master education uh, in a university which was 150 kilometers away from where I was living. So for 5 days a week, every day 300 kilometers I was driving for 1.5 years. Yeah. That's mean you sleeping 3 to 4 hours per day if you're lucky. I was waking up early morning, working out, going to the job, and then leaving job at 4 5, or let's say escaping from job at 4 5, and driving to university, coming back late night, studying, and that was the daily routine. Uh, by 2011, I reached the management position. I was the public relation manager of the company, and the same year I got my master degree. So I guess I reached the ultimate goal. But a month later, I resigned from my position, and reason, I wasn't happy. As simple as that. I just decided. I said, till when I'm gonna leave, I don't know. I mean, at least let me do what I love to do. So I started an acting job with no experience, zero experience, not on a stage, not in front of camera. I wanted to be an actor. That was my decision. Everybody no one was taking me serious, because after you reach the management position and you have the master degree, which is you pay so much for it, and you try so many years for it, and then suddenly in a month time you just said, oh, by the way, it wasn't me all these years. I was somehow prepared. I thought I'm prepared for this job, to be homeless, not being able to pay rent and all those. But what I wasn't prepared, it was failure, because in the society they tell you don't fail. If you fail, that's the end. But acting taught me something else. Every day is a new life. Every moment is a new life, and is a new beginning. When I started in 2011, I had no idea about acting, about filmmaking, nothing. And all I knew, I just loved this job, and it didn't take me long to understand it's not all about education. It's mainly about passion. Somehow I was breathing when I was on set, and I knew that that's a place where I want to be. Even failure was coming back to back, and from day one, I wanted to enter Bollywood industry. I mean, it was a joke those days, because millions of people, they try to enter Bollywood, and for a person who lives outside India and want to come to the Bollywood, it was a joke. And you don't speak Hindi as well. So then I decided to just not talk about my dreams and just work on it. Years working on different movies, different plays, different serials. I was trying my luck, and then by 2015, I did 2 films and 1 serial, which I thought is gonna change my life. 2016, the first movie released. I guess only a few people, they watched it. The crew plus some other people. And the serial, I wasn't noticed, but then there was this British film which I was part of it, and movie started with my scene. So it's very interesting scene. So before the release of the film, I read in the news that it got nominated for BAFTA award, and from England also it's gonna be sent to Oscar. That was great news, and I posted on social media. Only 3 hours later, my director sent me a message to say, Sajjad, I'm sorry, we had to remove that scene, your scene, from the final cut. That was disheartening, but it was a few hours till I go back to work again. Uh, People said, look, you try hard all these years, it doesn't work. Sometimes for some people it doesn't work. I didn't believe that. I thought, no, I mean, uh, first of all, you're enjoying it. I mean, even it comes with a lot of failure, but you're enjoying it. So a year later, I was in the biggest Bollywood movie of the year, in front of the biggest superstar, Mr. Salman Khan, in India. Uh, that was shocking for so many people who said how you can reach there. And after that, also when after release of the movie, I packed my bag to go to India. Everyone told me that's not a wise move. If it works one, it doesn't mean it's worked again. Uh, I went to India 2018 and 2019. Uh, I started to work with one of the finest director of the country, Mr. Neeraj Pandey, on one of the biggest show in India, Special Ops. What I'm thinking about all these years, why this happened to me, because I put the fear away. I forgot the fear. I listened to my heart. It sounds cliche, but yes, I listened to my heart. Uh, Till today, when I go for a meeting, for work, for film, first of all, I ask myself how I feel. I don't ask myself what I was thinking. That's the first question. If I feel good about it, I will do it. Yes, I listen to my heart. I put the fear away. So I'm still an actor in Bollywood.